map ever.
Oh.
This feels so weird.
I don't know why I'm rolling it out. All for a video. There's no sense in this.
It is
really.
so noisy. Just leave it as it is.
Right, that'll do.
It feels really weird sitting in front of a camera again.
Am I going to fit? I think I'm too close. Oh, all that
How's
lockdown
that?
weight that's been put back on. We are back in the UK.
That is so noisy.
It's good, it's good.
We are back
Nice
in
back.
the UK and we look like we're in the UK. We put
Pale,
on weight, we're pale, yeah. Although we
bored.
did put a lot of weight on when we were in the Balkans, didn't we?
The Balkans was incredible. Basically, like, it was somewhere we didn't expect we were going to go.
Yeah.
Ended up going there, loving it. I think that's been the only positive out of these lockdowns and countries closing, is that you're going to places that are like, that you didn't expect, that were far from on my list of countries to visit at the moment.
They were on the list, but they were not the ones that we were going to travel imminently. And I think that's such a good thing that it happened.
It wasn't now.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be now.
But we thoroughly enjoyed it. We hope that you've watched our 2020 sort of recap.
8 countries. I think we've done well to make 8 countries
Was it
in the
8?
end. 8 countries, and we had
Yeah.
like 6 months in lockdown. Back in lockdown now. We messed up. We shouldn't have come home, basically.
Yeah, so if you haven't been following the story, we left Kosovo to come back to the UK for Christmas to spend time with our family, and we had all intentions and actually thought that the UK wasn't going to be still in lockdown.
We went from tier 2 in London to tier 3 to tier 4 to tier. I think we're now in tier 5. It's becoming ridiculous. We're now
This
in
is a
tier
national
5.
lockdown now.
There's a new strain of coronavirus in the UK, which leads us into 2021's travel plans.
Exactly. So, Happy New Year. This is our 2021 travel plans. What we're hoping to get done.
It's going to be very hard. I've got out this map. This map.
As you've seen,
Molly's nan bought us this map. Never really used it.
My nan bought us this map, but it was she thought it was going to be a wall map, but it is like the size of a house, isn't it? If you actually stand up with this, go on. I have ripped it as well. You can't fit that on a wall. It's like a teacher map, actually, isn't it?
It's huge. It's
so
massive.
what we've been spending our time doing. Oh no, because it makes so much noise. Do it after.
Okay, I'll put it after.
What we've been doing, sort of in lockdown, after Christmas, once we got over the Christmas wait and everything like that, we were looking at the map and finding out what countries were available to go to. And what countries that we wanted to go to right now. Basically, we don't really have a huge choice.
There's not much of a choice. Basically, I think it might have been New Year's Day even. We sat down, we said write down 10 countries each, not taking into account COVID or anything like that you want to go to next. So we wrote down 10, Molly wrote down 10, and then we like sort of compared which we had.
We had a lot that were similar together, which I think was handy because it made the decision so much easier than us having 2 lists of completely opposite countries.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give away too many destinations as such, but more like areas and sort of help you if you're trying to plan it traveling. I think you can travel, you just got to be really wise. You've got to be wise with things like lockdowns could happen. So the country you're in while traveling, you want to be in a country where you're happy to potentially lock down for a month or quarantine for a month. You don't want to be somewhere where you don't want to be for potentially months, weeks, if situations do change.
And I think you've also got to keep an eye on the sort of situation. It's changing so quickly. When we were in Kosovo, I think the government changed their decision about 5 times within a few days. So at one point we didn't know what we were doing. We got stopped at the border. Like they're bringing in the PCR test that you have to have done. And I think that's something you have to be prepared for as well, is that you need or may need a PCR test.
Travel's more expensive. If you want to travel right now, I say early 2021. I hope by like maybe May.
March. May,
UK wise, we've got the vaccine rolling out, so hopefully by mid to end of Feb, people will be injected. The vulnerable and the people that are less vulnerable can get back. I don't know. And even today, the UK has finally brought in, which I don't know why it's taken so long, is that on arrival you need a negative test that comes to the UK. I've always felt like if every country in the world you had to be tested before you leave and once you arrive, and everyone can travel. Because if you're travelling and you've had a test before and when you get there, they know you haven't got COVID.
I don't know why it's taken us nearly a whole year to have that decided, but the fact that it's come into place means that the airports hopefully are staying open, which was our main concern. Our main concern was getting stuck here again when we already did.
This video is basically us being stuck here. I don't like sitting down in front of a camera talking like I want to be out travelling, but we've run out of content.
We've run out of content, and also we don't have the sort of luck that our country is shut.
Everything's shut. Can't even travel the UK. Right?
So there are other countries that are open, not open for foreign tourists, open for their own people to travel, go out for dinner. We cannot even go out for dinner. We can only get takeaways, and we don't want to sit here eating takeaways in front of...
Exactly, I've got beaches to go to. I've got beaches to go to this year.
Are we going to give away the first place or not?
I'm not, no, hold on. We're not going to tell you the first place. We'll talk about sort of how we've planned. So you've obviously got the different continents around the world. And I think with planning, you want to slightly plan ahead, which is what we've tried to do. So you look for one country that you're able to go to at the moment, and then look at the countries around it, whether it's a short flight or crossing the border by land.
Yeah.
Is that country then open? Because you don't want to fly to, say, from the UK, fly to Brazil, and then from Brazil have to fly to Asia, and then from Asia you fly back to America, America to Australia. It costs too much. You need countries in and around to be open.
When we were doing our Albania, Kosovo, Macedonia trip, it got changed really suddenly, really quickly. We didn't get to do as much as we wanted to because there was lockdowns whilst we were away. There were other places we wanted to go to, but they brought restrictions in for UK.
If you're not willing to,
friendly, so
if you're not willing for hassle, I would say give it a couple of months to travel, and it's going to cost more because you're going to need a test. I think everywhere in the world now, because of this new strain, needs a test. We had planned. Our plan was to come home for like 4 weeks, and then we were going to Serbia, which will probably happen later in the year now.
Yeah.
But now Serbia requires a test, and the countries that border Serbia that we're going to do, like Romania, Bulgaria, also require a test, and some of them at the moment are completely blocked. We can't go to.
So that would be 3 tests.
It'd just be a test. It'd be become too expensive, paying £100 every 2 weeks.
The other reason why Serbia is going to be a later on trip is because it's very cold, and
we want it in the summer, which
we need to try and think carefully with our suitcase as well. We can't be carrying around everything.
Oh, we did draw it.
Yeah, we have.
So this comes to, I would say, let me turn back around. Our second trip. Should we talk about the first trip first?
Yes.
Hopefully first trip. We're hopefully flying in 2 weeks' time to Asia. I'm not going to say where in Asia. It's probably pretty obvious.
It's me. I didn't even know the continent.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
If you meant to be to make travel videos. If you go online, type in from the UK where you can travel to at the minute in Asia, you'll probably get pretty close to which Asian country we're going to. Our plan is to spend a month there, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully, if we get in.
It never likes your hat, does it?
No.
There you go.
Hats on, just can't get a haircut.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to spend a month there. It's got beaches. That's all I'm saying. There's beaches. That is it. And then from there, we're hoping that by the end of that month, it will be end of February.
So the first plan doesn't really have
open.
The first plan does not really have a definitive
We're just
set
hoping
of options, because we are hoping that in the end of February, March, that things open, because that is what, if you look at all our
so go on, carry on.
All our TV adverts are saying from March, get the most amazing deals for your holidays. So sort of they're giving us this pretense that in March things are going to be back to normal.
It's all dependent.
Our fingers are crossed and everything's crossed.
So
basically.
if by the end of February somewhere does open from this country, we have a list. We've got the likes of, you've got Pakistan, you've got India again, you've got Bangladesh, you've got Myanmar, you've got Laos, got another trip to the Philippines, you've got to go back to the Philippines. Where else in Asia?
We kind of just did this, like
Nepal.
Nepal, yeah. Is that all of them through that area?
Sort of, but again,
I'm trying to look at the map. It's really hard to look at this.
We're not going to say one.
We're not going to say one. Well, you've said every one.
No, there's a lot of countries in Asia. It could be Central Asia.
And then we also have, obviously, our South America trip that didn't go ahead, that was meant to have gone ahead May of last year, which didn't go ahead. So that summertime, at some point is going to go ahead. And
then spring of this year, we were thinking, it's hard. So if Asia goes well, we could be in Asia for the next 6 months. If Asia doesn't go so well, from about April, May onwards, I think Europe will be pretty much back to normal, hopefully, with vaccinations coming in. And we've got a Balkans trip, part 2, lined up. So Slovenia, Montenegro, Serbia, Croatia, Bulgaria, Bosnia, Romania. So we're going to complete the Balkans.
Thank
basically.
God. That was part of our plan. When we set off on our trip in September, we were hoping to have done all of them, and then by the end of that, we were like, oh yes, everything will be back open.
Yeah, you think? We thought we'd still be there now. We thought we were going to do all the Balkans, and then from the Balkans head into Eastern Europe, all the way through to like Estonia, Latvia.
But one by one, England was getting banned, wasn't it? One by one, these countries were banning England, and that's why we ended up just saying, do you know what? Let's go back for Christmas, change all of our stuff to get into our hot clothes because we've had all our coats with us, and let's revisit the Balkans when everything back opens.
Yeah,
opens back up,
they're the three, probably at the moment, the three plans is Asia, Balkan strip, South America, but that can all change. Like, there's only X amount of countries at the moment that are open, and if it stays like that, we might have to head to places like Mexico, Costa Rica, that I know are definitely open.
We kind of didn't want to head to there because we wanted to do our South America trip and then head up.
Into
so that was the
Central
reason
America,
why we didn't want to do them. But
and then fly back. That's what we don't want to do. We don't have to fly somewhere to see one country, like a 12-hour flight, be next to somewhere else you want to go to, not be able to. Fly somewhere else and fly back. So it's very hard to plan.
This video is just an update to let you guys know what we're going to be doing. We have a few videos that we want to plan and get done before we get away.
Give us some ideas. Give us some ideas. I want to make travel videos. I don't want to sit in... I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy sitting here talking like this.
We didn't even want to do this video, but we thought we have to really, because everyone's asking us, where's your next trip, where are you going? So we thought we'd tell you.
But 2 weeks, I'm hoping there'll be some videos at home between then. But hopefully in 2 weeks, you'll see us sat on a beach with a beer in our hand. Back to normal life while a lot of you are in lockdown, so sorry about that, but I think we've found a little loophole. Hopefully,
anyway.
Fingers crossed. It requires tests after tests,
and it requires a lot of planning, which we're going to have to do today. So yeah, if you have any video ideas or anything you want us to answer, then just leave it in the comments.
Yeah, and we will see you soon from our home
in
boring lockdown London. Yeah, beers on a beach, 2 weeks time. Keep me to my word. See you then.